Just think about it for a second. Think about it. And if you've never had to think about that, privilege. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this weekend I was just thinking, like, I'm really happy with my braids and stuff, and you know, they're super functional. Like, who doesn't love braids? You don't have to like think about doing or styling your hair in the morning, or like really panic if you don't have, you know, a scarf or whatever at night. A bunch of things, right? But then I was also thinking, it's so interesting, like especially like for Black girls or whatever, when we go like on tropical holidays or holidays in general, most of the time we'll lean towards doing braids. Like, oh, let me just do braids so like I don't have to think about my hair or whatever, and just have a good time. And granted, super great protective hairstyle, right? Like, you wake up, you chill, it's a beautiful time, put your hair up, go in the water, whatever. But no one really tells you that, like, especially with these sort of like long braids that everyone is loving right now, once you're in the water, honey, these braids gain weight. They get super heavy, especially if you've already, like, if your hairdresser does your hair. Best tip would be not too many packets, honestly, because the more packets you have, the more like extensions you have in your head, and the heavier it is. And I mean, the head can only take so much. And then now if you count water, that's stressful. And then second of all, once you put it in the water, for it to dry, like, no one tells you how long braids take to dry when you put it in like water, or you're in the pool, beach, whatever. So I was just like, okay, that's a great protective hairstyle, but what about actually just going out with your own hair? Natural or relaxed, right? Who cares? And I was like, it's quite interesting, sorry. I feel like I have never gone on a holiday with my actual hair, like in the sense of like, oh, I'm gonna go to the beach. I think when I went to Ghana last year, I did have my natural hair for most of the trip. And then by the end, I was like, I need some braids, I'm tired. And I was there like 10 days, not even that long. But with the humidity, everything, and I still had my natural hair, it was so much to handle. So I'm just like, what can I actually do? So of course, being an avid consumer of YouTube, I was like, let me see what people are talking about. Let me see what people do who actually travel with their natural hair. I mean, I've done a couple of things. I mean, when I was in Cape Town, sometimes, even with the heat, some of the hairstyles I used to love to do, I can maybe do a video on it, but it's like, I used to take like a stocking and then cut it, because the stretch is amazing and is great for like your natural hair, because sometimes normal elastics, even if you buy the big ones, they're not great for your hair. They don't tend to like make it tight. So I love to use, like, you can use a scarf, but stockings are the best thing for me. And I do like my little puff up, right? Or if my hair's gonna be in water, whatever, sometimes if I just don't want it out like that, if I want to tie it, I always have that stocking sort of elastic that I use. So that's like one of the things I've tried. But in all sense, wash days are long, right, for hair. Maintaining a hairstyle is quite like tedious sometimes, especially when you have the common denominator of humidity. Humidity, child, is stressful. Humidity is stressful for any type of hairstyle, i.e. why most people, most girls or whoever like do braids, right? So today I just wanted to watch just a video, which I thought also was refreshing. It's a guy who has his natural hair, I guess, and is giving traveling with natural hair tips. So let's see what it's about. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys have tips or experiences with your hair, or like funny stories about your hair as well. Like, you never want, like, imagine you have your whole outfit or you have your whole vibe going on and then your hair is not cooperating. It's the worst thing ever. So I just wanted to kind of see what people are talking about. So let's have a look.
Let's talk about everybody, welcome back to another episode of Will on a Whim. What it do? Here we go again. My name is Will and
I love people's energy. I love people's energy. He kind of reminds me of the guy, where the money reside, where the money reside.
All right, we going. Where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside.
Where the money reside, like, gets quickly in, like, doesn't give you a second. I love that.
I smell good. That's right, today we're sponsored by Scentbird because y'all stay.
Okay.
It could be summertime, y'all still smell like
Okay, stay sponsored. Sorry, boo-boo. I don't have time to watch your sponsored post. Okay.
Country. One of the biggest issues was what was on my pack. And by this time I was maybe like 2 years into my hair journey. I had already found some products that worked for me and I was like, no. I'm afraid to bring these products with me because I feel like they'll just spill out in my bag after I check it and like I don't deal with all that. Okay, yes. Another thing is products. Like, I mean, I've cut down on my products, but I think anyone can relate if they've gone on a natural hair journey or just trying to like have healthy, relaxed hair. When you're on YouTube or you're seeing all these different people recommending stuff, you just pile up so much product. So imagine now if you just want certain products for certain situations for your hair. Excuse me, you need a full suitcase or a little carry-on just for your products. Wow. And it's just like, no. And then it takes kilos off of like all your nice outfits, all your nice stuff. And it's just like, really? That's another reason why going with your natural hair or your own hair is complicated. So I literally was like, I ain't bringing nothing. Yeah.
what the heck we gonna do now?
I love it. Por favor. Like I was in every single store trying to describe gel in Spanish and I was like, gel? It's called
gel? That's so funny. That's really funny only because I've been to Spain and it's and I'm just like, oh my god, where would I get natural hair products if I didn't know like black people there? And also, how the hell do you say gel in Spanish? I actually don't know, but he was like, gel. Honestly, I feel like I would try that. And who would know, like, eco style gel? Like that's complicated, child.
So 2 weeks into my trip, I was like, this hair's on fire. Ran into some random Sephora looking Dwayne Reed. Found a cheap little gel for like €1. First ingredient was alcohol. Hey, I had this twist in that I kept it for the entire trip and I washed my hair in the twist and then I just
Oh, he put these dirty stank twists. Yo, when that hair starts smelling and you have nothing to aid your process to wash, it's a sad situation.
Get them just with the gel. And my hair did not feel good.
Learn something from this.
Lesson learned. So today I wanted to show you all exactly what I do when it comes to packing for my natural hair. The first issue that I run into is like, what am I going to be doing with my hair when I'm traveling? Am I going to an event? Is it just leisure? Am I going to be on the beach? Once I envision a style that I want to do, that's when I'm like, all right, these are the products that I know who help me get that style.
Can you imagine the logistics? So you have to literally not only prep your trip, but now prep a schedule towards the activities that you're gonna do for your hair. Just think about it for a second. Think about it. And if you've never had to think about that, privilege. All right?
So for example, right now if I was going to Washington, I would choose this Melanin Hair Care Twist Elongating Styling Cream and this Wet Line Extreme Gel. If I wanted to do some twists that would last me a long time, I would choose these Garnier Fruit Teas like Styling Cream and Custard.
Okay, we love the transitions.
Really are bomb, period. But once I do figure out exactly what I want to bring on the trip, I'm like, do I want to like check a bag? Check bags can run you free all the way up to like $60. So then I check with my airline and I'm like, how much is this gonna cost me?
Okay, this is very pertaining to the country that you're in. I've always find it so interesting when Americans never do checked bags, because like where I come from, like even in Europe or you know when you go to the African continent, like everyone's like traveling without a checked bag. When you have a whole African family that's sending you to buy stuff for them, like I just can't relate. So I get that it's a price, but like I've never really bought tickets without a checked in bag. I don't understand that. I had a good friend, her name is Anna, and we were roommates and stuff and at the same school, and every time she would travel she would always be like, I don't want a checked bag, and that was so strange to me. And I was just like, why wouldn't she take a checked bag? But I feel like it's also on American Airlines, it's like an added plus. And I think also there's quite a good difference between not buying a checked bag on your ticket. So I guess that's that. Please let me know if I'm reaching about this, but like I cannot relate, especially when I go to an African country, like without going with a checked bag. That's crazy to me. Even if it's just like a European country, it's rare that I don't go with a checked bag. Anyway.
It charges like $30. Southwest gives you 2 free checked bags. So for Southwest, I would check the bag because 1, it's free, but 2, because this is over 3 ounces and this wouldn't make it through TSA to go with me on a plane. But if it was on American Airlines where I would have to pay $30, I would be like, okay, do I want to pay that $30? Because it's not just $30 there, $30 back, that's $60. So that's when I start to do a little bit of research. At my destination, wherever I'm staying, I try to check to see if there's like a Target nearby or a Walgreens or a CVS or something like that where I know they sell natural hair products. If I can get these exact same products or something that I know will work for the style that I'm trying to do, then buy. I'm leaving these at home. It will cost me less to just buy a product.
True, but you can't guarantee that they'll have melanin and sheer moisture and Auntie Jackie's at your local CVS or even in the airport. I mean, that's crazy. I have never seen natural hair or black hair products anywhere in airports. Maybe in America, but not elsewhere, at least not now. But then again, it's a pandemic. I haven't traveled in over a year, so how would I know, right?
While I'm there and then check it back on my way back. So that's one solution, but the only issue with that is that sometimes the products aren't necessarily going to be at a Target or whatever. Like melanin hair care is only sold online. So in that case, I'm like, how much of this will I even use? If you estimate that it's going to be under 3 ounces, then get you one of these cute little reusable bottles.
Yes, I was about to say, those reusable travel little like bottles. It's tedious, again, logistics. You have to put out your product, put it in, and it's like sometimes it's not liquid, so you have to like push it in. Like, it's tedious, but honestly, that would be the best tip, because otherwise, how are you gonna do it with your big ass pots? I'm just like, to be black is amazing, but wow. People should pay us taxes for just having to do all these things, because this is so crazy. But that's what I used to do personally. It's like, if I really needed a product, well, now like Eco Styler, for instance, does like those little travel minis. I'll put like pictures. They do, like, even in most like black hair stores, like you'll see a lot of like mini travels. I feel like they've kind of picked up on the idea now. But what I used to do back in the day is just like take those travel bags. You can buy in any of your supermarkets. They have like a travel bag, essential, little minis, whatever. And you just put your products in. But then you also have to name them, because you're like, which product is this now? Unless you remember the smell. But you know what I mean? So it's just like, again, this is just reminding me why I'm with braids right now and why I would continue to travel with braids. But let's try. Let's see.
That come in like travel size. Scoops from your product, I will put it in one of these. Now these come in jars and all kinds of shapes and sizes. Just choose a container that applies. Saves you money because you don't have to check a bag. The second solution is to literally ship these to your destination. Now hotels.
Well, no. Ship it to your location. Imagine me shipping this to Uganda. Like, what? Are you insane? No. Or Barcelona. Like, why would you ship stuff? And then you're gonna ship it to your hotel or Airbnb. Who knows if it's gonna get there? Who's gonna take in the package? Like, no, sweetie. I like this, but no, I'm not gonna ship my products. Who would ship their products? Please tell me if you've ever done this, because I have never even thought about shipping products. Like, honestly.
Hostels, Airbnbs, they all have addresses, and sometimes, most likely, you can actually ship things to like a hotel or a hostel. Just call them beforehand and say, hey girl, is it okay?
I mean, alright, but no.
Or they'll be like, yes. So there's that. In that case, it might be cheaper to ship all of the products that you know work for your hair and will be hard to find once you're at your destination.
And also, do you want to be doing this for like a weekend getaway or like 4 days? You know, when like, I mean, again, in this pandemic or panoramic, sorry, please, YouTube, be nice to me. Sorry, I said the word. But in this panoramic, it's just like, well, am I really gonna do all of that for like a quick 4-day trip to Greece? Am I really, you know? This is why, no. No, I don't think this is very practical.
Then to check a bag for $60 round trip. Now for hairstyles, like I said, I usually do like either wash and go because now I know sort of how to take care of my wash and goes and like keep them and prolong them. And I'll have products with me that will allow me to redo a wash and go. Did that at Essence Fest. Go watch the vlog, sis. I literally redid my hair in the middle of Essence Fest. Or I'll choose twists. And twists are really great. I did that for my trip to DC because I had my...
I mean, twists are cute, but are they cute? Like, I look like I have Meek Mill braids, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm like, is it showcasing the best out of me right now? Like, cute dinner, cute silk dress, you know, whatever. And then small little twists that are dangling. I don't know. I feel like, then I would rather get Senegalese twist braids, you know? I don't know.
An event that I wanted to go to, and the event was
like I want length, you know? I want to move. I don't want to like...
And then when it came time for the event, took those
that's cute.
It was looking cute. Also have a vlog for that. Check it out. Link in bio. Now, there are a few other things that I take with me. Oh, girl, right over there. Hold up. I'll be back. There are precisely about 4 things that I take with me as well that aren't necessarily having to abide by TSA regulations. I like to bring these little mini shampoos.
Okay, so what I said, minis are a thing now. Again, do they have minis for all the products that you use or the things that you need? Not sure. But yeah, minis are more of a thing.
I love this little shampoo. It is guaranteed to, only with a little bit, girl, clean my scalp. I got this at like a CVS. This right here is a little cap and it's lined with satin, okay? It's cute and it's fashionable. This right here is a satin scarf.
That looks like a normal beanie with, where can I get this? Especially in this winter time. Oh my God, I never knew I needed this, but I do. Like, obviously now it's getting cold, so I want to like warm my ears, but I don't want something to like rub off like my braids or even my natural hair if I had it right now. But like a beanie with a silk inside. That is so genius. I'm gonna check if I can see some and put them down below, but wow, that's a very good idea.
I use this just how everybody else uses it, as an active. Y'all know I'm playing. I put it on my head when I go to bed. This right here, I use sometimes over the satin scarf when I go to bed, but also in the back of a taxi, in the back of an Uber, on a plane, sis. This is perfect to use.
Yes, I would say even especially on a plane when you're traveling. You know when your hair keeps rubbing on the seat, and I always think of Naomi's crazy germ extinction in the plane. It's so relevant today, but I'm just like, imagine your hair rubbing off of all the panoramic bacteria. Like, ew. Of course you would want this. This is such a good idea. And usually like now I would use my scarf a bit, but it's like, does it protect everything? So a beanie like that is actually an awesome idea.
One, it's like sort of fashionable, and it's like, wow, I'm really out here stunting on all of y'all. You know, you just put it on like that, and
all that to say is, it's still a hell of a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work still. You know, I had faith, you know, I had hope that maybe there was some sort of miracle strategy to it, but there's still a lot to think about. And I just still think of people who just, you know, wake up and like, oh my God, my hair's a little messy, and it's like literally falling and like looks voluminous and chill. And not that I want that hair, I'm just saying, like, again, privilege. It's just so different. And like, I love our hair, I love how it looks, I love how it feels, I love how it exudes our beauty, but there are a lot of things to it, and that's just a fact, and it's fine. And now we're learning about it, and we're doing great, and we're thriving, honey. We are. But the reality of it is, in situations when you want to take a quick trip, especially like a very like tropical trip, places that are super humid, you do need to think about all these things if you tend to go out with your natural hair. Again, braids, always an option. Protective styles, always an option. But then again, it has its little perks and lows, you know, the same way like braids, as I said, they tend to get heavy. And then imagine if like you went to the pool or the beach, you know, in the afternoon, and then you have a dinner and your braids are still damp, and then you know that smell when braids can get damp, it's also not cute. So you have to like make sure you have products to make it smell nice, or a little mousse or something. So yeah, it's just interesting. So whenever I get the chance to travel or do something outside of this panoramic, or within this panoramic, whatever, I'll be super interested to see what would be my instinct, to do braids or maybe to take the challenge and actually try something with my hair. I want less stress, so I don't know what I would actually do, but I would love to hear your stories though. What I love with my other video, the natural hair community is toxic. Everyone was giving their own little like testimonies or just, you know, little excerpts of stories. So I would love to hear some of your stories about this, like if you tried it and it was a disaster, or if you tried it and it was amazing, or the downsides of protective styling sometimes, like how does that feel? Yeah, I think I'll probably do, he had natural hair, so I'll probably do a video with a girl with like relaxed hair or something like that, just to see how the process is different or if they feel exactly the same, because I haven't had relaxed hair in a while. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made you think about all these logistics and maybe made you want to plan a trip, you know? It's good to be in the hopes and manifesting that stuff, because yeah, 2021 is already hectic and we're just a few weeks in. I don't even know, a couple of days in. Anyways, please subscribe. I'm gonna start posting weekly, but don't count me on that, okay? Don't hold me to that, but I will. All right, see you guys, bye.